Hi, this is Brenda Dozier, the Crop Training Coordinator, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to submit a Federal Crop Change Form on the Crop Web. The Federal Crop Change Form will include insured information, the SBI, the authorized rep, and the coverage tabs. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. If you go directly into a policy, you will enter the line of insurance, the appropriate reinsurance year, the policy action, insured information, and then the policy number, and select Go. This brings up the insured information. I think when always keying a Federal Crop Change Form, it's best to always start with the insured information. That's in the top left of your applications, and to get all the name and address information updated first before you go any further. So in the event that you need to modify the current information, that can be change a phone number, add a phone number, change a name, et cetera, you would click Modify Current Information, and then it opens up the fields of insured information. You can make the appropriate changes that are needed. You'll see here on the screen that there are a couple warnings or messages. The warnings are just helpful reminders. So if you're making a change and it requires that you do something else, it's just a nice reminder. As in this one, I was changing the named insured to a business name, and it says, you may need to change identification numbers, entity types, and the SBI information, which was very true, I do. I had to change that this partnership is a partnership person type using an EIN and had to supply that new information, and then it will ask for you to put a web note to explain the change that is going on. So after you have all your appropriate changes, you are ready then to submit the insured information. There you'll see that the submitted status, and it is date and time stamped. From here, because we got that nice warning, I'm going to go ahead and click on the SBI Information tab, which takes us to the SBI screen. And if there are current SBIs on the policy, it'll show that current information, and you have the option to either look at the looking glass, pencil means edit what's there, or the X, which means delete what is there. Also, you may have to add a new SBI, and there's an Add New button that allows you to do that as well. If you did select Edit, the pencil on the existing one, it opens up the existing SBI information, and you can make your appropriate changes again and hit the Submit button there. If you had to add new, it would take you to the Add New SBI screen, and you need to then add the first name, last name, or business name, whatever SBI you are adding. There is a nice feature on this that here in the center you'll see a Get Insured Address. If the address is the same for the SBI that's on the policy information, you can click on that button and it pre-fills the address for you. Once you have all the information complete, you can either submit or submit Add Next. If this was your only one, you just hit Submit, but if you have more SBIs to add, you can hit Submit and Add Next, and it'll give you another blank screen to add another SBI. So now I am finished with the SBI information, so you'll see there the submitted status on the two that were submitted. And From here, then I want to show the Authorized Rep tab. So the Authorized Rep tab, if there is an existing authorized rep, you have the option either to edit it with a pencil or delete it with the X, or in the event you need to add a new one, click the Add New. If you do that, it brings up the Authorized Rep New tab, and you type in the person's name that's being added as an authorized rep, and you're then ready to submit or submit Add Next if you have another one to add. Once the authorized rep is submitted, it will appear again, status down here is submitted, and will be date and time stamped. From here, you can click on the Coverage tab above, and that will take us then to the coverage for this particular policy. If you are ready to start keying the coverage, click the Edit button here, and it will open up all the current coverages on this particular policy. One of the choices there says make no changes to my existing coverage. If that is the situation, you can click that box and be done. If you need to change some things, you'll see under each existing coverage there is a pencil for editing, X for deleting, 2 pieces of paper if I want to copy, and the last one, there's that notepad by every single coverage if you need to add a note. Also, if you need to add coverage, you'll notice there is an Add Line button, and allows you to add crops and counties and plans of insurance that you need to add. Also, take note of the 2 questions. The I request insurance coverage for my share, the all added county box, that's the first question. And then the second question is the in addition to my share, I'm insuring either my tenant's portion or my landlord's portion. If the landlord-tenant questions are answered here, then you'll get a reminder that says, remember, coverage to insure landlord's share has to be added as a SBI. So again, just helpful reminders when you are selecting answers to questions. If I'm going to go ahead and show, I'm going to edit a particular line, and it opens up the fields, and you make the appropriate changes, whether that's changing the coverage level, changing the plan of insurance, adding different endorsements or options, or changing the unit structure, just all the applicable if you're adding SCO, et cetera, et cetera. And then you're ready to either submit the change or edit record, edit next line. If you have the next one to look at, you can just edit next line and the next one will come up. So I then also did a couple add lines, and you'll see those show up as new lines in red. If now you have made all your coverage changes, you'll see there in red where I have changed levels or added endorsements, added SCO coverage, added crops and counties that I didn't have before. If you have all of your changes keyed, then you are ready to continue to summary. And you will be given these questions to answer if you're adding coverage. If it was already existing coverages that you're just changing, these questions will not be there. And with all federal crop, we know that it has to be signed and dated by the insured and the agent. So if you'll put in the applicable signature dates, and then you're ready to submit the coverage. And you will then see on the Coverage tab that the status is submitted and it is date and time stamped. This concludes the demonstration of submitting a federal crop change form on the Crop Web. If you have any further questions, please call Crop Underwriting at toll-free 1-877-274-9800. Thank you.